sometime that they must say two things in order to be elected by Americans. One, that they are Christians, and two, that they support Israel. Yet, for example, in the case of the Bush presidencies, we have known that they were both members of the Order of Death, or the Skull and Bones secret societies at Yale University, which requires oaths and rituals that are directly opposite to Christian morals. After reading through the material, I feel that these rituals are designed that a true Christian could not participate in them with a clear conscience. I also feel that the coffin ritual in Skull and Bones is why when George Bush was asked if he was a Christian, he answered, "If you're asking if I was born again, the answer is yes." In addition, we know that both of these presidents, and in fact most of the recent presidents, attend the Bohemian Club, in which a mock Babylonian human sacrifice called the cremation of care is performed in front of the world's elite. The Bushes are not Christians at all, and are more likely committed to another religion altogether. This is important because I think that it is becoming obvious that the West is intentionally trying to provoke a war with Russia, with Iran, and possibly with China. I'll explain why they would be trying to do something so ridiculous in just a moment, but first you must realize this war is being set up to be started, in one way or another, with Israel. This war, if it happens, will be very deadly. It will coincide with financial collapse and possible famine. We will be sending our sons and daughters off to war in the Middle East. All of this death and destruction will essentially be blamed on the false idea that our president was a Christian and therefore was committed to Israel by some sort of religious obligation. I will be attempting to show you that this is actually a very crucial part of the New World Order plan, and that it is actually what we are supposed to believe, and it will ultimately end in the abolishing of all the Judeo-Christian religions and the setting up of an atheistic superstate. Let's get one thing straight first. Even if our president was a Christian, the Bible in no way implies that God needs other nations to protect Israel. All throughout the Bible, he has done it all by himself. Also, it makes it quite clear in the Bible that the government of Israel has more than a few times gone astray. Therefore, it would be unsound to blindly support a government of Israel, biblically speaking. What is said and what is usually cited in defense of supporting Israel militarily is Genesis 12, verse 3, which says, "Those that bless thee I will bless, and those that curseth thee I will curse." The Hebrew word for bless in Genesis 12:3 is barak, and it means essentially to ask God to praise, to celebrate, and adore. It has nothing whatsoever to do with military support. God makes it quite clear that he has got Israel covered. And in fact, if you looked at America's actions, you would be more convinced that they are cursing Israel than blessing them. Most of us that have been looking into the New World Order know that they believe in order out of chaos. After World War I, the League of Nations was set up. After World War II, the United Nations. After World War III, who knows? If you believe in world government, then world war seems to be good for business. But I think this time it will be different, because I think this time they will try to implement a world religion to unite and give patriotism to this new world government. In one sense, this new religion will be an anti-religion. They will point to the death and destruction caused by World War III. They will say that it is the fault of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, when in fact it was classic problem-reaction-solution. The New World Order was the one that hijacked America, and hijacked Israel, and hijacked Islam, and created this clash in order to wipe the slate clean from the religions that opposed their control. Most of us have taken note of the symbolism that is all around us in government, in military, in corporations. Symbolism that shows an ancient and occultic religion is adhered to by those that desire world government. You must never forget that those people that support and adhere to that Luciferian religion hate Judaism and Christianity. In conclusion, I'll say this. In the coming weeks and months, you're going to see people that you know good and well are part of the New World Order say things like, "We must support Israel, we must go in there and nuke Iran," and things like that. Don't believe them. That is only what they want you to think. When this war happens, you will eventually blame it on Judaism and Christianity. That has been the intention all along. The teachings of Jesus are poison to the New World Order. The Bible is the blueprint for resisting it. They know that people that follow the teachings of Jesus will not accept a new world order. Their attempt to discredit and remove Christianity from their way has been one of their greatest tasks, and I think that we should be careful and we should be grounded in truth, because I think that they still have a few tricks up their sleeves in order to sell us this new world religion.